Good morning. Welcome to day 17 of the index card challenge. This was yesterday's card. Now that I've been away from it for a while and I came in the room, I just think it's really pretty. I really love it. I'm glad I used the one that has the red in it. Okay, so I have all these extra little butterflies to continue playing with and working on and decorating and doing all the things. I just added a bunch of dots and stuff on them for you guys yesterday so you could see the idea behind what to do, but you can go much further with these. Today is day 17 and I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think what I'm going to do is go back to this one and kind of do something similar to that because I really enjoyed working with my stamps and just making the background. All right, here's what I have out aside from my card. I have my palette paper, which is what I'm going to use to do my stamping on. I have some paint, which I don't know if I'm going to use all of it, but this is the colors I've chosen. I have a black by Americana, Old Gold by Artist Loft, Bronze by Artist Loft, Laguna by Apple Barrel, Robin's Egg Blue by Craftsmart, and then I have some inks, my Payne's Gray ink, teal, and aqua. And then I have all my stamps. If you hear noise, there's some tree trimming going on really close by. And of course, paintbrushes. Don't know which ones I'll use, but just any one you have. Some water, and I have some sponges if I need them. My scraps are over here if I decide to use them, and my glue stick. That's about it right now that I can think of. I'm gonna choose the stamps I want to use. I haven't chosen those yet, so I'm gonna pick those out and then I will get started. Okay, of all the ones I've got out, I've decided to limit it to these. Let's try those. First thing I want to do is take some paint, and I'm going to use these two colors, and I'm going to put them down on my paper here, and I'm going to spread it out with my palette knife. You don't have to have a palette knife, you can use a brush, and then use this paint to do my stamping. And I'm going to start with the darker color. I also have paper to my right that I wipe off excess paint onto. As you know how I like to build my painty papers. This is one I've been working on. I'll add any excess to that. I've got my darker color spread out. Can you see? Yes, you can. And I'm going to start with my leaf stamp. So then I'm going to take the lighter color. I'm kind of avoiding the center because I'm going to put my card on top of my palette and get the excess off that way. I love that. Ooh, do I love that or what? I'm gonna try this now. Okay, here's what I wanna do. I pulled out a stencil. I hadn't planned to use one. I can't tell you the name of this stencil because I have misplaced the jacket for this, so I don't know where it came from. It's probably a Crafter's Workshop, but I can't tell you the name. I've had it for years. What I don't want a stencil. I want the leftover on top of the stencil. I think I'm gonna put some paint on my palette, actually some ink. I'm gonna put down some aqua and some teal because I can't decide on which color. So we'll use both. And I'm gonna use a sponge, and we'll get a piece of paper, and we'll just pick a spot, maybe up here. And all I wanna do is put the ink on my sponge, and I'll probably have to get more. And I'm just gonna do my whole stencil. What I'm wanting is what lands on top of here. So I'm blending the two. So that's what it looks like on the paper, but what I want is what's on the stencil. Nothing. Nothing. I got nothing. Oh, come on. Not enough of the ink, I guess. Okay, I didn't get what I want. So what I'm going to do is take my sponge that still has a little left in there and just lightly dab around and get the markings. Let's see if that works. That's better. I don't want a whole lot. I just wanted a little bit. There. Contrary card. Well, it always works every time I do it, except when I try. I can get a really pretty print without even trying, but no, you try and what happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. All right, so I'm gonna dry this for a second. Okay, that is pretty, but it's not the way I was intending it to go, but it's pretty. It worked fine. All right, so now I'm gonna move to my black. Wish me luck. I'm going in. It doesn't have to be a full-on impression, but I do want most of it. Beautiful. Okay. Got that. All right. I have to clean this up. See the layers? It just keeps getting prettier and prettier. I just started a new paper. Next color I want to use is the bronze. And I have not cleaned my stamp, but I'm going to use the same stamp, and some of the black from the stamp might mix in with this, and I think I'm going to be okay with that. I think it'll be all right. Love it. Okay, now to get the excess off. Can you see the imprint? Let's see if it pulls off on here. A little bit. Okay, I have the gold set out, same stamp. I took some white paint. This is Deco Art white, and I've got another sponge, and I brought back my stencil, the same one that we used earlier, because I want to get rid of some of the darkness. Okay, that stands out a lot better just by putting a little bit of the white down. I'm going to start with my pencil because I always like to start with my pencil most of the time, because that gives me an idea if I like having a line around anything, and if not, I can always erase it. These are Pitt pens, Faber-Castell Pitt pens, and I pulled out colors that are similar to what I've got, but not so contrasty. Like I'm not going to use black on this one. This is a very dark gray. I'll see how I like it. Then I've got raw umber for the bronze color. And this one is called green gold. I'm thinking this still might be a little too much color showing, so I'm going to take my gesso, this is Liquitex gesso, and I'm going to push back a little bit more color. Alright, what I want to try now, I'd really like to put a stamp across the bottom. I would really like to use this stamp, kind of like they're behind a fence line or something, but I don't know how it's going to look, so I'm going to test it. I'm going to use a piece of deli paper that I can kind of lay down and test it with. So we'll move this out of the way, let it continue to dry, and I want to use Payne's Gray. I wanted to use the ink. I like it. I just don't know if I can use ink. I may have to use paint. Let me test it with paint. This is Payne's Gray from Golden. I think I want that on there. I'm gonna do it. This is the go for it one. Ooh. Ooh. Good decision. Good decision. Very good decision. Pulled off some of my paint, my white paint, because it wasn't quite dry yet, but that's okay. This is perfect. All right, so now I'm just gonna clean up this mess here. All right, I want two more things on here. I'm going to use two little scraps. I went through my scrap bag, the black, white, and text one, and I pulled these out. And the other thing I want on here is some Payne's Gray splatters. Oh boy, yeah, I know. Danger zone right here. We might be heading into the danger zone. I'm gonna try. I just want a few kind of up here. Done, just enough. I'm gonna dry this again, and then we're gonna apply these, and we'll be done. We're gonna try the Stabilo. That is it. We are done. I don't want to do anything else to it. I think it's really cute. I love it. It's so much fun to do it this way, so I'm definitely going to be doing more. I love the background. I love using my stamps. I can still see the shape of my stamps. Somebody else might not recognize it, but I see it. You can see a close-up right there. So much fun. Okay, hope you feel inspired to try your own and that you enjoyed, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.